And good morning. Good to have you with us on this Friday. I'm Joe Fryer.
Yeah, great news. It's Friday. I'm Savannah Sellers. Thanks for being with us. We begin the Memorial Day with that Memorial Day weekend travel crush with millions of Americans setting off for a holiday getaway.
If you are leaving town, brace yourself. It's going to be crowded on the roads and even on the roads to the airports. AAA predicts record-breaking number of travelers in airports and on highways from coast to coast. Altogether, nearly 44 million Americans are expected to travel for the holiday weekend. And this could be giving us a preview of what's to come for the entire summer travel season. Whether you're headed to the beach, having a cookout, or hitting the road for a holiday weekend trip, we have everything you need to know to be prepared. We begin with NBC News correspondent Priya Sridhar. She is at the world's busiest airport in Atlanta. Priya. Memorial Day weekend at airports, nearly 20 years. It's already been incredibly busy over the past week. So what can people do to make their trip as stress-free as possible?
Yeah, that's right, Joe. Well, as you can see behind me in the world's busiest airport, we're already starting to see fairly long lines, people dropping off bags and trying to check in for their flights. Long lines also outside with people getting dropped off to the airports and rideshare. AAA is anticipating 3.51 million people will be traveling through airports this holiday weekend. And so, as usual, the tips that experts like to give us is to come to the airport early, especially if you're checking a bag, especially if you're being dropped off by someone or taking a ride share. Try to account for the fact that there might be those long lines outside, and also try to get here early because those security lines might be slightly longer. Here at the Atlanta airport, the officials tell us that they're having TSA people come actually at 3 a.m. in the morning to open up more TSA lines to try to make things go a little bit quicker here. But also, one of the most important things we like to tell people is to pack your patience and have a good attitude overall. You can't really control things when it comes to travel, so things might happen, and it's important to be kind to your fellow passengers and everybody who works here. Maybe download a book or movie that you've been dying to watch or read, and that might help you pass the time, and try to just enjoy the experience and focus on where you're heading, Joe.
I was at that Atlanta airport yesterday, and it was, can confirm, very busy already, even last night. Priya, as we head into the summer travel season, another thing that's kind of concerning, the FAA is still some 3,000 air traffic controllers short, despite this massive hiring effort that we've talked about a few times on this show. How is that going? What are they doing to try to fix that?
That's right. Well, the FAA has announced that they plan to hire at least 1,800 air traffic controllers by the end of this year and another 2,000 next year. You know, this has really been in the spotlight, as you mentioned, as there have been investigations that have revealed that many air traffic controllers are working 6-day shifts, 10 hours a day, and they're experiencing fatigue, which obviously raises a lot of security and safety concerns. Let's take a listen to what Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg had to say about the hiring efforts.
After about 10 years of declining numbers of air traffic controllers, we have finally stabilized that, and the number is at last going up. Our work now is to make sure we speed that up. We got to make sure that we grow the air traffic control workforce because aviation demand is growing. Economically, of course, that's good news, but we've got to make sure that we keep up, not just in terms of controllers, but in terms of infrastructure.
And, you know, the airlines have been pointing the finger at the government, saying that it's their responsibility to try to beef up air traffic controllers, and that will help prevent delays, especially heading into this busy summer travel season. But the FAA is saying, listen, we need about $43 million to really bolster our efforts here.
Of course, most folks are going to drive. 87% of travelers this weekend going by car. What's the gas price situation?
That's right. Well, the gas prices are actually fairly similar to where they were about a year ago at $3.61 a barrel. The Biden administration did announce this week that it was going to release 1 million barrels of gasoline from a Northeast reserve, trying to get those prices down even further. But it's unlikely going to make a huge impact on what we're seeing at least this weekend. But the gas prices have stayed fairly steady. They did rise a little bit in the spring, but they've stayed fairly steady over the last few weeks. So a lot of the drivers that we we spoke to recently said that was one of the contributing factors as to why they chose to road trip this Memorial Day weekend. This is actually going to be a record-breaking Memorial Day weekend when it comes to people hitting the road. So if you are planning on doing that, experts say the best time to try to get on the road would be before 11 a.m. today. Try to avoid driving between noon and 7 p.m. So if you have to drive later, past 8 p.m., that might be a good idea. And try to avoid returning home in the afternoon and evening hours between 3 and 7 p.m. on Sunday and Monday. That's when they're anticipating there's going to be the most traffic congestion on the roads, guys.
All right, so watch Morning News Now Today, then immediately leave. Yeah. All right, Priya, thank you so much.
Well, let's stay on this. Let's bring in AAA spokesperson Aixa Diaz. She joins us for more on this. Aixa, good morning. Good to see you. So road trips, as we just said, expected to set a record even. I mean, 38.4 million predicted to travel just by car. Tell us, why is that, do you think, that there's this uptick in road travel versus air travel?
Good morning, Savannah and Joe. Road trips are easy. They're flexible. You decide when you leave and when you come back. And as Priya said, gas prices right now are actually pretty good. We're paying the same that we did last Memorial Day weekend. $357 was the national average in 2023. And here we are this morning at $360 for the national average. So that's good news for people. But Memorial Day weekend is shorter. Obviously, if you're lucky, you get Monday off and maybe you're taking off today from work. So it's not a super long holiday weekend. So it's shorter. So some people just want to go to the beach, maybe travel somewhere that at least is 50 miles from home. It gives them a getaway. And remember, younger kids are still in school, so families don't have a whole lot of flexibility as to how long they go. But road trips are just, they're easy, they're flexible. And remember, during the pandemic, people continued to drive. So this also has reawakened people's love for road trips and to be, pack the car. And especially if you have a big family, it might just be more economical.
So knowing that these are going to be shorter road trips, do we know what some of the top destinations are where people are planning to visit this holiday weekend?
Well, Florida is always big. So driving down to Florida, whether it's for the theme parks or the beaches, is always popular. Then you've got the cities like New York, Las Vegas, places that are scenic, right, for tourists, where people can get some entertainment for a couple of nights and then go back home. Southern California is also big because of the weather and other attractions there. And then Seattle's high on the list, and so is Anchorage, because of Alaska cruises. This is the Alaska cruise season. And those ships are packed. They've been sold out for months. So that's a popular place to do, a popular place to go this time of year.
And I understand you guys have also tracked that there's been a spike in people seeking other modes of transportation to travel this weekend. What modes are we talking about?
Yeah, so buses and trains, cruises are also included in that category. Cruises are different, obviously, because that is the way you're getting around, but also that is your vacation. And, rideshare is also going up in that category, which is interesting. And we're starting to take a look at that a little bit more closely, as some people actually taking rideshares to travel for Memorial Day, for their holiday weekends. But certainly buses and trains they couldn't do it during the pandemic, so more people are starting to do that now.
All right, Aixa Diaz, thank you so much.
And as holiday travel ramps up, the severe weather threat does continue this morning.
Yeah, Angie Lastman is here to track those storms for us. How could it impact our Memorial weekend travel, Angie?
Hey, guys, unfortunately, not what folks want to hear, of course, when they're hitting the roads, taking to the skies, and we've got a couple of days off to enjoy the weather. This isn't what we want to see. Instead, though, we are going to be dealing with the severe potential over the next couple of days. So this is going to last in some spots across the country through at least Memorial Day. This morning, we're waking up to a fairly active pattern here with already those alerts up. We've got severe thunderstorm watches stretching from Chicago back to Des Moines. We've got some tornado warnings that have been issued this morning since early morning hours from Nebraska to Iowa. So that line of thunderstorms is quite robust and ongoing. We also have some thunderstorms centered around Little Rock this morning. As we get into the afternoon hours, it's kind of that wash, rinse, repeat cycle that we've been dealing with for what feels like a month now. Most of spring has been quite active when it comes to severe weather. And today we take another run at it with this line of damaging storms working its way to the east. So Chicago down to Dallas, that is where we're watching for the most impactful weather today, the strongest of those storms. But notice it extends out to Atlanta, Nashville. We're going to watch a good chunk of the country, 45 million people, be at risk of some of these stronger storms later today. So sticking with that travel topic, we've got Chicago, St. Louis, Dallas. Those are the spots that you're really going to want to watch for likely travel delays because of the weather. Notice Charlotte, Atlanta, Detroit, all included in the potential for some of those delayed flights as well. Tomorrow, the news isn't much better depending on where you're going to be. We'll have some general thunderstorms across parts of the east, but we'll also see another chance for some strong storms. Now, an enhanced risk of strong storms centered across the Central Plains. We've got 16 million people at risk of that. And heads up, there could be some strong tornadoes with that. So we'll watch for that in the afternoon hours. It moves a little farther to the east as we get into your Sunday plans. The Midwest is where we'll be watching closely for outdoor plans to be difficult with those, you guessed it, same impacts, tornadoes, winds, hail, all going to be likely, guys. And then here's Memorial Day. Your forecast across the east looks a little rainy, stormy. The south, we got some sunshine, but it's going to be really hot and humid. We're talking triple-digit feels-like temperatures. Not great to be outdoors. The best weather is out west.
Yes.
So
Monday looks like
book your travel.
Yeah, exactly.
Get to driving.
Get out now.
Exactly.
Right.
Thank
Thanks,
you, Angie. Happy Memorial Day. We turn now to protests on college campuses over the war in Gaza, erupting again yesterday. This was as university leaders were grilled on Capitol Hill over how they've handled these rising tensions. NBC News correspondent Liz Kreutz has the latest.
At UCLA, tensions again flaring up over the war in Gaza. Police clashing with pro-Palestinian protesters on campus after demonstrators erected a new encampment.
Okay, another encampment has just popped up here at UCLA. You can see these protesters. They've barricaded themselves inside this plaza. There's a row of police here as they stand off with more protesters.
That standoff happening the same day UCLA Chancellor Gene Block testified on Capitol Hill about his handling of the protests, seemingly unaware of the new protest forming.
I should emphasize there is no encampment, and there have been no demonstrations that are problematic.
Democratic Congresswoman Ilhan Omar grilling Block over the university's response to an attack by counter-protesters on the pro-Palestinian encampment.
Are any of these people in jail? Are any of these people arrested?
LAPD is working on trying to identify the people who were assailants that evening.
No arrests have been made. This week, the university removed the campus police chief from his position. Meantime, at Harvard, hundreds of students walking out of graduation in protest of the school's decision to bar some students who participated in pro-Palestinian encampments from getting their degrees.
Our freedom of speech and our expressions of solidarity became punishable.
Back at UCLA, the new encampment taken down. But with 3 weeks left of classes, the debate between free speech and hate speech raging on.
I want people to be able to freely and safely go to class without being yelled at, without being targeted for their ideological or ethnic or religious identities.
This is our university, and we're here to say that we will not be intimidated and put into this systematic silencing.
Liz Kreutz, NBC News, Los Angeles.
This morning, a seismic change could be coming to big-time college athletics. Student athletes could soon be paid to play for their schools.
Yeah, the NCAA, the country's 5 most powerful collegiate athletic conferences. The 2 of them are signing off on a $2 billion plus settlement in a series of antitrust lawsuits. It would mark a major shift in college sports in which student athletes could eventually play for pay, not just those scholarships. Well, under the settlement, millions of dollars would be paid out to 14,000 former and current student athletes over the next decade. Those payouts could start as early as the fall. A federal judge overseeing the case still has to sign off on the agreement. Let's turn now to Louisville, where police have released multiple videos of the arrest of pro golfer Scottie Scheffler as he was attempting to drive into the country club hosting the PGA Championship.
We're seeing this footage 1 week after Scheffler was charged with felony assault, accused of injuring a police officer during the incident. Scheffler has denied the charges, calling it a big misunderstanding. We get the latest from NBC News senior national correspondent Stephanie Gosk.
Scottie Scheffler, the #1 ranked golfer in the world, teeing off in Fort Worth. While back in Louisville, Kentucky, police released new video of his early morning arrest before the second round of the PGA Championship on Friday. These silent images show Scheffler's car apparently being stopped by a police officer who makes contact with it. An unrelated fatal collision had taken place earlier. Traffic was blocked and Scheffler was trying to get to the country club. Police say this video is moments after an alleged assault took place against a detective. According to the arrest report, the golf pro tried to drive around traffic and was told to stop by police. It says Scheffler refused to comply and accelerated forward, dragging a detective to the ground. That moment was not captured in the video. According to police, the detective suffered from pain, swelling, and abrasions, but the incident was blocked by a bus, and he did not have his body camera on.
Right now, he's going to jail.
Louisville police announced the detective, Brian Gillis, has been reprimanded for not turning on his camera. According to records provided by police to NBC News, he has been disciplined 6 times, including 2 suspensions for violating department policies. As for Scheffler, his attorney responding to the video released.
All the evidence that continues to come out just continues to support what Scottie said all along, that this was a chaotic situation and a miscommunication.
The golfer spoke out the day of his arrest.
Can't comment on any specifics, but my situation will be handled. It was just a big misunderstanding.
Scheffler is facing multiple charges, including assaulting a police officer and reckless driving. His lawyer says he will plead not guilty at the arraignment on June 3rd. Stephanie Gosk, NBC News.
Let's bring in NBC News legal analyst Danny Savalos to talk more about this situation. So we remember when this happened last week, Scheffler was arrested, released very quickly back on the golf course that same morning. And I think there was a feeling like maybe this was going to go away. Now that we see this footage, how do you think that might impact this case and what happens?
I think this case may still go away. And if you're the prosecution, you're thinking maybe after talking to the mayor, watch the press conference, let's try and push this off for a while until the excitement dies down, and maybe then we get rid of it. Or I could be completely wrong, and the DA's office thinks we're just going to charge ahead, irrespective of irritating little things like evidence of a crime. Obviously, I'm a biased criminal defense attorney, but when you look at that video, you don't see a detective being dragged to the ground. That doesn't mean that it didn't happen out of view of the camera. But you know what would have been helpful? A body-worn camera that they apparently had, and the detective did not turn on. That happens. It's not the end of the world. By the way, for centuries before body-worn cameras, police officers just relied on what they observed. But there are 2 glaring problems with this case as I see it. Number one, the fact that I haven't heard from any other brother officers on that report that, hey, I saw this go down and he was dragged to the ground. Not a big impediment. They may be able to get by that. Item number 2, it was right there in Stephanie Gosk's great package. The 2 lines are right next to each other. He accelerated. I was dragged to the ground. Wait a minute. Where's the contact? Why were you in contact with the car? If he had sped up and struck the officer with the car, ran him over, that would be in the report, I promise you. So what that suggests to me is maybe the driver was pulling away and the detective reached out, may have made contact. So those are big open questions and they're not answered. And that's the kind of thing a defense attorney is really going to exploit.
So we've heard about the body cam not being on. And in addition to that, that same officer had been reprimanded before. As Steph also pointed out, how significant are those things here?
Yeah, that's not that compelling to me. I mean, yes, officers get reprimanded, and yes, that's helpful stuff to a defense attorney, but it doesn't necessarily disprove the allegations. Far more interesting to me is what's in the police report, because the officer is locked in to what's in that report, and he's going to have to explain how exactly was he dragged. How did he get from car accelerates to all of a sudden I'm being dragged? The report doesn't say so. And look, here's where it's what's not in the report. After years of reading police reports, police officers are very good at writing reports that are favorable to their point of view. So you start looking for what's omitted. And there are some factual omissions in there that give me pause. And if they're giving me pause, believe me, his defense attorney, who I saw in action in the televised court hearing, this is a guy who knows what he's doing. I was very underwhelmed with the prosecution, who spent 15 minutes arguing over a continuance request for the arraignment, something that is given every day in thousands of courtrooms. That worries me, that this is a prosecution that is looking to target this particular defendant because he's famous and because he came in and out on a private jet, which is something that they crowbarred in to the hearing, the prosecution did. So that gives me pause as well.
I have to imagine the odds of this going to trial are pretty slim, or what do you think?
The odds of all cases going to trial are generally slim. This one, and again, this is not a case that if I'm the DA's office that I would want to try, but who knows, when it's a famous person, maybe the calculus is different.
All right, Danny Savalos, as always, thank you so much.
That was a fascinating analysis. Thanks.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.